Hi guys, and welcome to another the Duloth Experience live stream. Today this will be let's say a new way of streaming because hi Lucky Man. Because I will try to stream both here on YouTube as usual and on Twitch. The reason of that is because I've had many let's say requests for me to stream on Twitch because it's easier for some guys to reach and to follow when someone goes online and so on. So I'll see what is best. If I get, let's say, a better response on Twitch or here, and I'll decide in the next days. So maybe we will see. And the link for the Twitch is just twitch.tv/Duloth without the Duloth Experience. While on YouTube, it's the whole thing, so it's the Duloth Experience. Beside that, let's go into the interesting stuff. And today it's the first week where the event from Silver Banshee is out, and Doomsday was allowed as a character to be used into the event. So I went there and I ran it. And there are the Grid Hunter that are stealing your buffs. So I thought it would be, let's say, a bit of a challenge to Doomsday. And I will pause the video after the stream is done because today was, let's say, a busy day with my family. So I didn't have any chance to, let's say, do a proper thumbnails and stuff. The video is already online. It's just that I don't have any chance to do the whole thing. So, beside that, we are going to do the usual stuff. Talk about the event. I've read about here that it's pretty easy, and people even did this with 10K, 15K teams. So I think everyone will have an L4 Shioben as soon as it's done. And about the character itself, I'm just leveling her, and I will start using her in the next days as soon as she is the featured character for the Alliance points. As much as I can, I will take the chance to do the legendary quest and apply 10 pieces of gear each day. And Lucky Man, as I said, I didn't even play with her at all. I didn't have her unlocked because I want to do the two dailies, the rank up one and the point one. But when I read her kit, I was pretty intrigued because she seems like a more reliable Dr. Fate that can bleeds, and you know that I love bleeds. The issue that I have with her is that I have read that even in Gear 11, she is pretty squishy, and her kit seems to suggest that because even at Gear 3 here, she has just 5k HP and low stamina 500. And if you compare, let's say, with this Gear 5, it's way higher. Or I should have Grandi at Gear 4. Yeah, he's Gear 4 and he's a tank. So it's double of that, and usually it's like 3 parts of a whole. So I think it's squishier than usual. You can compare, let's say, Gear 11 Shida. It's 24k. With, I think, she is tankier, 25. Or I have not good. I don't have any good tank because I don't have neither Shazam here, which is Gear 9, and it's already like 15k at Gear 9. nor Grandi, which is, as you may see, already 10k at gear 4. So she's not even there in the department of, let's say, bulky guys. But the kit is pretty interesting because, when you had the chance to, what I don't like is that she's another kind of guy, a character that okay, I will answer that in a second, Brando. I don't like the character like Jessica Cruz, Deathstrokes, or even Constantine to a degree, when their kit is based around your allies dying, because the 3-star system will hinder your points. But as she just gets some death immunity and applies some stuff when someone dies, you may just ignore this part, and then you use let's say you focus your attention on the other part of the kit. She has a chance to get invisibility, which scales up with the levels, arriving to a 14% chance to get invisibility, which is nice and can fuel Red Robin's invisibility. And I don't think it's a case that both her and that Red Robin has an available, let's say, shard farming during this month. These bleeds here are 3 bleeds, and seems like light damage is not enough even if you get it up to level 9. But the additional damage probably can become something if they have any immunity. And any immunity means no awareness, because awareness is no longer considered an immunity. But this procs from both damage immunity and buff immunity. So let's say both the positive and the negative, because you can attack, let's say, a Superman, which has damage immunity, so it's futile just to talk about that, and he would take double damage. But you could apply with this move heal immunity on the target, purge all other immunities. So you attack your Superman, purge all immunities and apply heal immunity, and then this will do double damage. And considering that at the moment POT is the only one providing good debuff immunity, I think that she can have a niche into the metagame. And spoiler alert, it's not even a spoiler at this moment. Hate Mail is gonna stream today after I'm done. So we talked about it into the Discord chat, and we decided that we will, let's say, have complementary times. So you may check his stream today if he doesn't have any issue running today, and he will playtest Silver Banshee a lot. So I don't know your, let's say, time zone, if this allow you to stay here after I'm done and check him, but be sure to, because he is a nice guy that is doing a lot of testing on the Silver Banshee. He is already ever at gear 11, as far as I know, and fully ringed, fully whatever. So Legendary 4, fully gear 11, just check him out. That's what I can say, is that she seems interesting, but Killer Croc did seem awesome to me, and I was disappointed. I'm still refraining from upgrading him to gear 11, while CR seems crazy good with him. And let's move to the rare completion of the Doomsday and Black Canary kind. The issue with that is that you usually don't require any kind of character. So the only issue that you may find in those kind of heroic challenge is that depends on what are the opponents in the last 2 nodes. Because usually in the last node there will be the main hero or villain or whatever, and 2 more. And if the 2 more are an issue for you, you won't be able to go past that. I don't think that there is any constraint on bare minimum, because I think that after 1 year and a half, everyone should have guys like, let's say, Flash or Hal Jordan at legendary level. So they are able to snowball out of control in this kind of long, grindy events, because the 10 days event has been changed to have just two nodes. I will show as a talk, two nodes into the boss nodes. So here you have two waves of enemies. That means that as much as you can do, you have four enemies before going into the boss one. But hi, Michael, welcome. Um, this one instead, let's say the last, the second to last, um, is the has 5 waves. So you can capitalize a lot from guys with buff stacking, like Cyborg or Flash, or let's say Aquaman, King of the Rider of the King Tide, or even Swamp Thing. So as long as you have some kind of call assist and there's no bully kind of guy in your roster, you should be fine in those, let's say, challenges, because they give you more time just to snowball auto control. And when you get to, let's say, the Doomsday boss with a flash with 10,000, hi Winglight. I will talk about Killer Croc in a second. When you get to, let's say, the last node of the boss, when he is there, with your flash with, let's say, 10 stack of speeds up, or cyborg, that for every use of the one, will get crit chance up, 5 crit chance up, and strength up. It will just be able to one-shot the boss. So Cyborg, Flash, Hal Jordan are characters that are pretty easy to farm for a free-to-play player, and they are the kind of guy that snowball out of control. So as long as they don't have any kind of, let's say, preemptive stun or whatever, you should be able to just destroy whatever instance of heroic challenge you have. And so that's it. I don't think that you need anything specific. And if you don't have, let's say, Hal Jordan that provides you with some kind of healing with the shields and the call assist, there are many other call assister. Let's say you may have gotten Constantine from the previous PvP event. He has a call assist from the first skill here. And or maybe you can have these Aquaman, Rider of the King Tide, again from his monthly event. So as long as you have some kind of call assist and there's no bully hero, you are just sorted. Or you can do like I do, you gear your Doomsday up to gear whatever, and you just destroy everything with him. Because I have this series of videos where I completed every heroic event up to today with just him. So he just destroyed everything. And as you can see in the evening, because as I said before, I will upload, the video is already uploaded, I just need to let's say refine the video in some points, editing the thumbnails and stuff. You are able to even complete the 10 days event with just him. So that's it. You can use some guys like Doomsday or Bane or Chemo. I'm pretty sure that Ogre Barbarian is one of the other guys in the Oddsman that's doing some videos about soloing content with both Bane, which I don't have enough gear, or Chemo, which is getting there. So he completes everything with them. I think that you can do that too. So that's it. About Killer Croc, we were talking about Shioben, Silver Banshee, and I said that I'm hyped for her kit. But I've read that she's pretty squishy, and I said that I was hyped for Killer Croc too. I didn't even buy his gem pack. Didn't need the gem at the moment, and he has been. The more I play him, and today he's one of the featured character, the more I've been let down from his kit, because I think that this ability here is an issue, because when you have support character behind taunters, or behind, let's say, tanky DPS, or DPS with death immunity or buff immunity or damage immunity, or stamina up, you don't want that gear 11 Lobo to damage your Croc getting the taunt up when he has, let's say, 6 stack of stamina up, because there's no way you are gonna bring him down. And or when that Arcus full shield is attacking him, and it doesn't have his strength up still stolen, and you have to attack him with another guy. It's a complete nightmare. And the Arcus event just happened to me in the past days. That's why I'm talking about him, because I went with the NeoE for Power Girl, and he did get his turn meter up, and he attacked Killer Croc, killing him. Okay, and I had my other guys forced to attack a death immune 6 strengths up Arcus, which ended up destroying every one of my guys beside Etrigan, which then killed him. But the point is that I lost 2 more guys beside Killer Croc because I was toying around with a stupid Arcus. Yeah, he can troll his team so badly. You are on point on that. As much as I like the interaction with him and, let's say, TDK that can stun the Dark Knight Batman, that can stun your opposing taunter, the issue is that things may go wrong pretty fast, especially because maybe you want to, let's say, hit that Mira, sorry. It's Mera in Italian, so sometimes I fail at my accent. You want to kill that Mira, and she just doesn't attack him. She kills your taunters or whatever, and she applies the damage immunity on her teammates, and you are out of luck because you will probably give taunt up to, let's say, someone, and she will apply the damage immunity on him. So you have an undestroyable taunter. No, just no. That's why I don't like Killer Croc. As you may see, is ringed a lot, because every skill that was possible for me to upgrade, beside this one, because I didn't think that there would be a good difference between 75 and 80%, is used. And I never used this skill on him. So that's point. I don't think that Killer Croc at the moment is something to say in the current meta. So that's it. As I said, as Winglight said, it can troll your team, and things can get ugly. But he's a featured character today, so I may end up having to using him if I get, let's say, a lower lower power ratio team, just to get some points from my alliance. And today I'm running an experiment with a lot of friends from Reddit or yeah. If he would have been tankier, yes. But even with Ivy, I did test him with Ivy. Um, he's just not able to withstand an AoE from a Gear 10 power goal. And Brando, L1 Cyborg, legendary 1 cyborg, if you have his first, just go on and spam the first one, and again, every time you spam the one, Aquamoa, as it's called, will get his Cyborg will attack and will get buffs. So Aquamoa here will get crit chance up every turn. Yeah, yeah. When he gets, you just don't bother about the secondary legendary here. When you get his crit chance up, he will crit 100% on this, calling again someone of your snowbally guys to attack. And if you are with Cyborg or let's say Flash, Flash has this skill um, that allows him to just attacks randomly or buff himself randomly or whatever. So he's another kind of guy that you can farm in the Alliance store, or you could have farmed in the PvP event, I don't know what. So just get some, let's say, snowbally character. Even Cheetah is good, because Cheetah will apply, you want to use characters that has good first or can speed up your teams, buff your teams. Cheetah, if he's called an assist, she will apply bleeds on the target. That in this kind of challenge where the opponents have an high health pool, are, let's say, godsend. And she is pretty easy to farm. She's in the Alliance shop, and she has so many nodes in the PvE. So she may be even your leader, because when everyone will attack one bleeding character, he will get Terminator up. So just go from there. And I don't know if you have Cheetah or high enough, but it's kind of, it's, let's say, dream team where you take turn over turn with your guys. So let's go into the PvP part. If you have any question, or if you want to, ask for something, or ask for some, let's say, composition you want to test. Yeah, that's Power Girl is another godly character to call in a call assist, because she will ramp up without spending her strengths up, because there's her strengths up. The PvP Blitz is there. It's just another name. Um, I was saying, Power Girl, she will lose one turn of strength up when she gets a turn, but she will be buff up when called assist. So you will end up losing less strength up than she is accumulating. And about the Blitz, I'm not Warner Bros. I wish I was, but I think they are just, let's say, filling the water, because they gave us one blitz that allowed us to get some gems. Then they gave us the siege with the, let's say, excuse to reward us the Superman monthly thingy. And then they are just renaming it to Showdown, where the reward is the same. It's still rare fragments and legendary essence. So it still lasts, because it says that lasts for 72, sorry, 72 hours. So it's the same as the siege. And it just has a different name. I don't know why. I don't know what will be different here, because the bonus is the same as the siege. It's open for the same time. I don't know. The different here is that it seems that the showdowns are open just for the different kind of, let's say, population. The first one, the legendary one, is allowed you to play only with L1 or more guys, while the normal one will allow you to play whatever you want. And I really wish that in the Hero Showdown, this is my wish, that no one can enter with an L1 or more character. Or if you do enter there, you are just stripped off your legendary points and you are just considered a normal guy. Because I want this second event, the Hero Showdown in 2 weeks, to be for the guys that cannot participate in the first one. So let's say I think that this is some kind of way for them to test PvP leagues. And if I am the kind of guy that has everyone over L2, yeah, beside this guy and these two stupid guys that are paywalled. So I don't want to be able to participate in that event and spoil the rewards for the guys that maybe are new to the game or are, let's say, in need of those red robin shards. Because yes, I need red robin shards, but just to get him to L4, I will do that fighting in my own league with the guys in full L4, full legendary 5, I don't care, level 80, 5-star, I don't care. I just want to, let's say, split the competition. The one for the guys in the legendary levels, and the one for everyone else. This will allow the other guys to get some shard, because if this doesn't happen, what will happen is that I will participate in both the first one and the second one, stealing spaces from the guys that maybe can use more shards of him, that have no chance to win in the first one. So I think it's fair if I cannot participate in that, and if I can, I want no death immunity here, no damage immunity, no whatever. I just want to be stripped of it and be able to participate at the same level as everyone else. I don't want it to be, let's say, uh, rich getting richer and the other guys staying poor as they were. So I rambled a lot. I think it it just went crazy. And as I said, I'm conducting an experiment with some friends and guys from. Yeah, that's a good team. I think that this will bring you at least to the I don't know what's the power level, gear level of them, if they are, let's say, all gear 5 or more. But you have 1 week to rack up some gear on them. If they are gear, let's say, 10, you will be able to clear everything. If they are not a gear 10, let's say they are gear 8, you should be able to complete it without any issue. And if they are lower, you will be able to at least get to the second to last or third to last. To be honest, I just autoplay them all, so I don't care. I just do the last node with just Doomsday. So my opinion is that that team is a pretty good one because it can snowball pretty crazy, pretty good. If you have Al Jordan with his legendary one, the call assist, you can use him instead of Cheetah or instead of Aquaman. Or you can use both. You can use Aquaman and Al Jordan, because Al Jordan will stun your opponents, eventually purge if you have him at higher level. So I was saying I'm conducting this experiment where I'm saving the, let's say, the board clears that we get and the rewards that we get. So to be able to conduct a study on how the power level is calculated and how the, let's say, 3, 6, 6, 9 are calculated. And there are a lot of guys that are participating in this, let's say, effort. And I hope to get some math at as soon as Tuesday or Wednesday, because tomorrow I will be on a concert, so I won't be able to do anything. and I will work during the day. So today is stream day. Let's stop it and let's go. I saved those two guys. For the last board was just say a normal one, and I saved this one because I never see a legendary for White Lantern Sinestro. And the nice thing about this team is that if they are debuffed, they will gain shield and 2 meter up. So I usually go here with my Steppenwolf led team because they have so many, let's say, evaders or missers, each chance down guys, that this can snowball. And you have to remember that White Lantern Sinestro has the ability to bring them back up. So I don't know. Let's try what it is. So the best thing here is to just don't miss on her, but I'd like to save my can't miss on Sinestro because he will rest up everyone. Or I just can ignore that and go with the taunt here. Yeah, I think it's better. I just taunt up, buff up, because if I miss, I will probably start um, being beaten up by the other guys because they will get debuffed by Steppenwolf. So everyone has crit chance up, and my hit chance should be enough just to slaughter the Harlequin Majester and bring the other two down. So they did rest first time. Etrigan is super buffed here and should be able to clear with the crit chance up. So this was even easier than I thought. And Hedrigan is still the beast that he still is. Black Canary is something uh, to be mindful of when you are going to face her. But this guy with the horns from the Justice League movie has always been one of my favorite character in the game because he has a strange kit that can make him snowball out of control with the old turn meter up things, and he just counters them all so easily. He counters Black Canary, he counters Batman Beyond, he counters Harlequin Majester, he counters Batgirl. So yes, Black Canary is nice, but I refuse to gear her up because of that, because Steppenwolf exists, and probably because I will try and get her to at least L3 or L4 if I can. I will maybe gear her up after that because I really like um, this ability here. The ability to counterattack if and get turn meter up if anyone gets damage. But we will see in the next weeks. Um, yeah, Dyna is nice. I'm really, let's say, bored of um, the Dyna stuff that is going on with Harrow, the CW series, because after a while it gets boring. But she was nice into the comics. She has a she did earn a soft spot for me into the Injustice series, and it's just the TV series screwed it up a little bit. So I left this one too because it's a green, it's a Deathstroke with EV blue team, The issue here is that I don't want to use the red dude. I'm using this team, which is just crazy fun. I will showcase after all. And I want to show you that Deathstroke does nothing at the moment. And even Killer Croc, if I did have him at gear 11, would have been nice here, because as soon as you kill the two blues, you will get so many strands. He will get so many strands up that you can steal them all in one fell swoop, just destroying him. And here, that's why Deathstroke does nothing at the moment. You can just do some damage to him, and he will not get the death immunity and mans up any longer. And if you just get some turn meter up, like I'm doing, or I will kill someone in return, he doesn't even get some buffs. So I will be able to kill him here without any, let's say, issue. And as Superman has the damage, whatever, whole immunity up, I will kill Power Girl. So Deathstroke will get some buffs, and he will go straight on Superman, which I don't care at all. And then Superman can just go stun someone, maybe here. And the first attack from Etrigan will remove 2 stacks, and if he gets the second attack, he will kill him. Yes, that's what happened. And let's just go on Cheetah, because Enchantress does no damage at all. It's Cheetah the one that we are scared. So if we can kill her, yes, there won't be any issue. Sorry, I got a message from the girl. Okay, this experiment means that I'm going to screenshot F14 the boards as I get them. Oh, barely into top 100. I'm not going for any kind of top whatever here. I'm just playing this week because thanks to Red Alert, I have more than L4 already, and I don't think I will L5R any soon. So let's just ignore her. We will just play for the kicks here. And let's go straight into the first fight. So here and here. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, so this is um, strange team because, you know, if you are not fast enough, that Catwoman will strip off your damage immunity, death immunity, and whatever, and it will be a pain. And Swamp Thing is able to one-shot your guys. So what I should do here is not use this team, and probably I should use this one instead. I can go with the Superman, but I want to showcase this. This team is been pretty nice to me because it allows you to do some things. Um, the other week we had the Constantine, Ivy, Doomsday, and Red Robin. And as Red Robin is featured in the next week showdown, I thought that it was nice just to go and showcase how he can do stuff. So the reasoning here is that you want to apply as much pressure on them as possible, and they will just let's say, damage themselves when attacking a Liquid Majester. And here you want to AoE because you want to bring Swamp Thing low enough that my own red is able to probably kill him or bring him down enough. And as soon as I get a turn on red hood, I should be able to apply some pressure on them. And the bleeds, and I didn't get any proc. The bleeds and the healing immunity means that I will kill him right now, get some turn meter up, and snowball auto control. Because right now my Red Robin will go before all those guys, killing them, and then it's Etrigan, and so on and so on. So as you may see, uh, as soon as you get one turn when you can probably set up your let's say attacks, you can just go crazy, and you can use here just the 3 reds and any kind of other guy. Let's say you want to use your Swamp Thing, you want to use your I don't know, maybe you want to use give me a second, because I want here to just purge all those debuff, so it will die into the start of the turn. So I just need to AoE here, and off that I take out the death immunity. Nope, is the only thing that I didn't. So I lost 1 star because it was lucky. I was saying you can use 3 kind of reds, the one I'm using right now, which are Red Hood, Red Robin, and Alaguin Majester, and any 4th. I used Swamp Thing a lot. I'm going to use Shioban here as soon as I ever geared enough, because she will be able to counter up, apply more bleeds that procs the bleeds will proc Red Hood first. Applying more bleeds means that this barrel down will purge more buffs and will get more turn meter up, while it will benefit Red Robin because going invisible with R3, it's a good combination, because here this will stun 20% of the time if they have any positive immunity. So if they are immune to my bleeds, which I will apply with her and Red Robin, I will capitalize on the immunity with that. This will purge any immunity on them and will be another, let's say, source of healing immunity to kill those pesky Swamp Thing, Catwoman, and rest of the way. And this one will get up to 14% chance to apply invisibility. And as you have both her and Red Hood applying bleeds, this should proc a lot, meaning that you will proc your Red Robin invisibility buff too. And he will go just crazy with that. So keep in mind, I will be testing this team in the next days, and I suppose it will be a lot of fun. I'm talking about this team since the last days when I did get a chance to, let's say, read more in-depth consideration about Shioban. And it will be nice because everyone will have Red Robin in the next days. So this team is, let's say, kind of scary because they should have the chance to. I'm sorry if you hear some background noises, but there's a celebration in the nearby place, and there's this guy on the lower floor that is trying to learn his, I don't know, it's trombone or something. So if you hear some, let's say, background noises, I'm sorry. Okay, I was saying this team is scary because L5 Black Adam will purge a lot of stuff from you, and you are forced to take this Steppenwolf here because you don't want to miss. Because if you miss, they will get awareness and whatever, and it will go out of control. And the Killer Croc is in his best position here because if he gets damaged, he will steal all the strengths up from Power Girl. So let's see what happens. This is showing off. He has like everyone at Legendary 5. I think he is one of the very big whale in the game right now. So what I want to do here is I have two choices. The first one is that I want to prevent Killer Croc from stealing my Power Girl strengths up. So I could go on and apply the buff immunity, healing immunity on him. The second part is that I could like to stun Black Canary, or try to stun Black Canary, so she won't apply the stun on my team. And I don't care about Black Adam because I cannot do anything right now. I will probably try and kill him with my own Etrigan as soon as possible. So I will go for the stun route because it's the one that can provide me the best benefit. Because even if I debuff Killer Croc to not steal my strengths up, it will means that anyway he will get some out of it because he will still purge my own. The only reason here is that I expect him to be a big whale having having the fifth ability that apply taunt on my guy maxed out. So if I attack him, they are forced to attack Superman, which can be nice instead of Power Girl. So that's it. But I will go on the Black Canary route and try to see what happens. So no one is stunned and no one is dead. Just lost those two strengths up, and there's no point in buffing here. You just hope that you hit someone. Yeah, she did even miss. Because the buff immunity means that she won't be able to rack up more strengths up. So let's buff up because, as I said, I want to be able to kill that Black Adam as soon as possible. And this will mean that my Power Girl now can smash Black Canary. And Superman here is gonna taunt up, or no, he will still hit. No, he will taunt up. It's okay, we did it. And then I'm trying to kill Black Canary here with, or even it's better if I just try and kill Killer Croc, because I have so many strengths up, buff up, that the first on Steppenfall will do a lot of damage. And we will go back to our original plan in killing the leader, and see you later, Michael. And that's what I was telling you before, that Etrigan is going to kill Black Adam, and then it's just a matter of time. What I did notice is that lately Etrigan is not proccing his second attack after the AoE. Okay, so the point is that Brando, you have to be mindful of your resources, because you want to, let's say, understand what's your, let's call it breaking point. I mean, every character has a good place where it's good, then it's workable, then it's godly. Harley Quinn Majester, it's one character. You took, for example, one that is just good overall, because the best things that you can get from her is the first point here. Come and get it. She will get those evasion up that makes her snowball out of control, because she will get the taunt, so you are forced to attack her, and she will get more and more evasion up as she evades, and then those evasion will proc her attack. So she's the kind of guy that she is good at L1, pretty good at L1, and starts become more and more damaging because she will retaliate with this one and she will retaliate twice, and godly with this one because it's a 100% chance to use it. So the point is that she is good at L4 and you can stop there. Even because if you are a free-to-play player or a new player, the legendary essence are pretty scarce for you, so you won't be able to rack up already those 25k legendary essence. If you check me, I have only 34 and I spent 4k gems to get those because I want to level up Doomsday. But there are some guys that that have a lower breakpoint. For example, let's say you are going to level up your Jessica Cruz. Jessica Cruz, you may even stop at your L1. She is good when someone dies with his double chance of attack. Or you may want to get at L2 because she will start with some shields up and she will attack twice. So you will stop considering your resources and your ability to farm their shards. My opinion is that if a character is not farmable in PvP or PvE, and what I mean is that you cannot farm with this PvP point here, spending on those on those shards. If it's not farmable here, so PvP. He doesn't have a weekly PvP run. You better farm the rare character as much as you can because you will never know when those shards will end up being useful for you. And POT, for example, did have, let's say, 2 PvP week. It's farmable in PvE node, the last one of these 3. And she was common in the PvP packs. Many of us have more than L5, as you may notice. But the point is that she is another one of those characters that are good for every point that you get, because the buff immunity will shut down character like Power Girl. The ability to use Amazon Strike twice on a character when first she uses and then she will retaliate if it's damaged. It's awesome. Every legendary here is good. This will allow her to be in legendary leader spot and be tankier because those 60% agility up means that she will have already a bunch, but she will end up having the same as Superman. So as you may see here, let's just count the name 1. So it's 1000 at gear 10. And if you check Superman here, which is tank by definition, he has 1040 because it's gear 11. The 60% of that means that she will get 1600 gear 10 against gear 11. So you may just snowball, just get better and better out of it. I did miss yep, it's agility up. 1060 against the 1600. So it's the same at 1 gear difference. I was comparing her agility with his strength, with his stamina up. While some other guys are just good, let's say at L1, he is just awesome at L1. If you want to use him as a caster, you will take just these 3, and he's just gorgeous. If you want him to be your, let's say, Colossus guy, you will ignore this one and you will get his first and his second, and it will be good at L2. So there's no, let's say, clear answer to your question. You stop farming the character when you cannot spend your resources on them. So let's say if you are a free-to-play character or you spend your occasional 100 every other month or every 5 months, whatever, you don't want to farm, let's say, the monthly hero up to L5, because you will waste your resources. You will be never able to get her to L5, and she will probably won't end being worthy of it. I stop myself at L4 for every month event, because we don't have any way to trade the excessive shards, and you will end up, let's say, like my Superman, which is maxed out, and I have, let's say, probably 80 more shards of him lying around, being not used. So as you may see, Etrigan was a character from 2 months ago, and I have enough for L4. So was Clayface, just enough for L4. I didn't use this kind of reasoning before, and you may see my Siren and Poison Ivy being over that threshold, but as you may know, as you may see, they are not even L4 for Ivy and L5 for Siren, because those 100 gems means that you have to spend a lot, 4k gems, just to get them to L5. And sometimes it's not even worth, because let's think about, for example, Red Robin. Red Robin is one of the best character in the game at the moment. It doesn't do a lot of damage beside his tree, but he has a lot of interesting legendary points. But this one means that he has, when he's fully skilled, a 40% chance to sweep the legs, and then a 25%, as is I don't know what you call in English, it's a binded probability. You have to first get the 45% chance, and then you will get the 25% chance. You will have in the end just the 7.5% chance to this whole thing proc. And even though in defense it procs more because it is like it is, you have spent 4k gems just for this ability. This one is gross because he will purge debuffs, but this is not something that I suggest you to get before. So L5, just to be able to have a 7.5% chance to use it, it's not worth. Like it's not worth to, let's say, who has something that Cyborg. For Cyborg, you will probably never use him as a team leader until he gets a rework. And this one are so meaningless that you don't even want him to be at L4. L2 with this one and this one, the first and the third one, are the best way to get him. So if you are farming him in, let's say, PvP, you will get up to whatever you can. But if you are farming his node in PvE, just stop at L2 if you really want. L1 is just good enough. The 2 will allow him to get, let's say, 2 turns in a row when you use his self buff. So it depends from character to character. We can talk about this by messaging, or let's say if you write this on Discord, on Reddit, I will go deeper on every single character. But Harlequin Magister and POT are just two characters that if you like their kit, and there are many that like them, you can go all out and L5 them because they are worth all the way. Many other are not worth of that, and you may stop at L2, L1, or even R5. Steppenwolf is one kind of guy that he gets better and better. Everything that you get up to L5 is good, but he just needs this team leader and the normal ability that you have without the legendary just to be good. So that's it. You can use him at R5 and Gear 10 in the world of Gear 11, and he will still survive. So again, it depends on your roster at the moment, on whatever you want and you can spend on it, and what's the availability of these shards. If it's a limited character, let's say Doomsday next week, it's not available anywhere else. Go all out, get as many shards as you can by doing your other events or dailies or whatever. Let's Banshee is available just right now. She maybe won't be available for another couple of months. So go up to L4 if you can, and then decide what you want to spend. But don't go over that. You don't need any kind of L5. You don't need even to apply those points. One case I've been laughed at. It's Superman. He's a tank right now, and I don't want him to be faster. So if he gets the taunt because someone gets critted, he would get 25% to meter up. I don't want it. So I can even use this point, but I won't. I don't know if I've been clear on the point that sometimes you don't want to level up a guy, or if you do that, you know that you are spending some precious resources like the legendary essences just to be able to have more stats or whatever. So this is a team where we will probably end up using some alliance guys here, and as they have, the annoying part is POT and Robin. I will use my own Harlequin Magister. And let's say usual Etrigan because I want to win eventually. So Robin is not missing on yeah, because it always happens. And here I want to, let's say, kill the two low life guys just to be able to rack up the intelligence up and be able to kill someone on the next turn. POT will probably debuff, yep. Both of them haven't missed at all. And she did have so many, uh, so many evasion up. Here, I just like to purge her because there's nothing I can do. And I will try and stun him because she will do no damage here. And my Black Canary is dead. I don't care. I just for the points. So let's kill. And let's apply some damage here. He will probably end up killing my Croc. I'm pretty sure that it will happen. Nope. We're fine. Just 1 star less than expected. I don't know if you are having any kind of, let's say, buffering or whatever on the stream on YouTube, because as I said, this is the first one that I'm running bot. It's a good idea to spend gems on energy to use for repeating heroic challenge. Last question? No, don't worry. Just I'm here just to answer all your questions. So go, don't worry. Yeah, it's a good idea to repeat the heroic challenges, and the best node to repeat is the last one. The 40 energy one, because it seems that some guys on Reddit did some math and that they run different shards, different nodes for different shard reward, and seems that the last one is the one that is giving, let's say, a higher return for the investment in energy. So I will know that the use, I will explain this briefly, and it's easily to understand. You can expect to clear a single hero challenge like the one from Doomsday by using 226 and 266 energy, right? And get about 60 shards. So here I need for ESL 5, I need 125, right? So if I run it for 2 days, I will gain about 120, bringing me to 305. It's probably better just to run again the last node for 40 energy and get those 5 shards that I need, instead of running the first node that will cost me 10 and the second node that will cost me 12 and get 3, and I have to run the third node that will cost me 14 and will get me to 38, and I'm not even sure that I will get them because the nodes have the chance to drop just one, so I will get 1, 2, and 4, and I will need to run the fourth node. It happened to me, and it's not something funny because you will end up just screwing yourself. So just run the highest node that you can and go from there. And that's what I can suggest. And if you, let's say, need some more shards, maybe you need 40 more to get to the next legendary level or rank or whatever, just keep running it. The only thing that you have to be mindful is that the heroic challenge overlaps with the normal event. As you can see here, the Banshee event will close in 8 days, while in just 5, the Doomsday one will open. So you will have 3 days where they overlap. If you are going to do the heroic challenge for Doomsday, you won't have enough energy to run both and your normal dailies. So maybe you want to, let's say, push a bit harder on the Banshee event, so you will be able to run the full 5 days of Doomsday. But if you do just need a couple of days of Doomsday because you just want him to be unlocked or whatever, just be mindful of that and organize yourself in a way that you complete the Banshee event first and then you start playing the other one. And if you need, just go by the energy as you asked, because the 60 gems that you will get will end up being, let's say, a bargain. Let's say that you are able to complete the event that will give you, as I said, 60 shards of, in this case, Doomsday. Okay, so it's 60 shards for, as I said before, 200 and let's say 50 energy. It's 280-ish. So what is about? It's 240 times 2 plus 100 more. So with just let's say 600 gems, okay, you will get 60 shards. That means each single shard will cost you 10 gems. And it's something that everyone would go, because if you go to this shop here, and thank for the subscription, if you go to the shop here and you buy the Banshee shards, you spend 8k to get 100, while I just showed you that with 600 you got 60. Okay, if you double that, you will get way more, because that's 80 shards for gem 4 shards, and this is just 60. So it's just way good. It's comparable to this one. You get 600 gems, okay? 600 gems for 60 shards, and you will get, let's say you do this 2 times, okay? You will get 120 shards for 1k gems, while they want you to steal 6k gems from you here. It's like 1/6 of the value. That's just the best thing that can happen. Spend your energy into refreshing PvE or hero challenge content because it's the best way to get character shard. Don't ever buy shards here unless you are in a hurry for any reason. I sometimes spend some gems here to buy the, let's say, I want to showcase on stream the Silver Banshee. I could have bought this offer or the one for the 100 and 100 euro before, just because, like 8mil is going to do after my stream, we want to provide you guys with some content. So we are, let's say, eager to spend some of our resources or real life money just to be able to have an audience and have someone to showcase stuff. But for the normal player, don't buy these shards. Just wait for the event to complete and you will have more shard than you normally need. So there's no point in buying this Silver Banshee shard unless you want to showcase stuff. Or maybe this month you have, let's say, your work exams, or it's August and you are on vacation. You won't be able to play, just buy the shards. But it's not a good deal, and there are way better ways, sorry for the repetition, to achieve those shards. Let's go back to the PvP. And again, don't be shy in asking things because it's the only reason I'm doing these streams. I talk a lot because I want to explain you guys what can you do some things way better than the other. With ventilations, I'm gonna get. Yeah, that's an issue. I kept saving my gems. I usually spend my gems for the stream because I need the energy refresh during the streams. And when I expect, let's say, some character that I love, let's say Superman. In your case, don't worry. You really like Dinah, so it's okay to spend the gems on her because he's a character that you like. I don't know why, if you like her from the comic or just for the game, or I don't know. You like her, it's okay. Red Robin or Red Hood, you will get them eventually. They will be back into Red Alert or Alliance or whatever. These shards in the shop are, like in this case, when you really want something and you are eager to spend those gems. So don't punish yourself because you did spend those gems. It's something that you did for you and you are happy by that. And as I said, Black Canary is nice. Is that I prefer to spend my gems on Killer Croc, and to be honest, I regret that. And next month, this one, I knew that I should have spent those on leveling up my Grodd and Shioben. So that's it. I don't want to spend more resources into gearing a red right now because next month it will probably means that there will be a rework or something or whatever that maybe interests me more. That's it. This team should be easy, let's say, because the only real threat here is DOJ and Z that can purge my power go, and then Batman CC can kill one of my blues. But if they purge and crit, Superman will taunt up, and it's a snowball fest. So she did taunt. I hope that I can stun her. Hopefully, nope. And here you just want to buff up because you want to have the ability to kill Superman as soon as possible after he did taunt and do his stuff and whatever. So here I will just attack. I will taunt up because I don't want Batman CC to kill my guys, and it's okay. He didn't crit, so Superman will soak the damage. And right now, we'll bring Superman, my opponent Superman, down. applying some healing immunity on him and bleeds. So he will just have to attack on my Superman next turn, meaning that he won't get any buff from this attack here. And as my power girl has so many strengths up, I want to AoE here and try and kill that Superman, so I can go not with Hetrigan. Oh, I did even kill Batman CC over those bunch of evasion up. That's not something that I like to see because it seems just lucky. And let's kill DOJ here, and we will. As you may notice, the, let's say, effort in this game was pretty null because snowball chance that Superman has on attack. If you can control what they attack and you have a taunter, it's just him against the world. Oh, we have a 60k fight here. Let's hope that is not a gear 11. Okay, a full blue team. Let's go with the red one. I'm not scared of the team. To be honest, I just don't want to play with this one. During the Superman Siege in the last 15 days, I played this composition so much that I ended up being, let's say, not bored, but just disgruntled with it. So I'm finding some way to use different composition because that composition is just gross. It can kill anything that you face. It can kill opposing reds, whatever. It can kill everything. But after a bit, you just get so many times the same fight over and over that you get bored eventually. So here you want to just purge Power Girl because if you remove those crit chance immunity and you go there with the Hetrigan, you should be able to kill her. And here I want to bring down, let's say I want to bring down Swamp Thing, and I won't be able to kill him because of the crit immunity, but the bleeds and the immunity from healing immunity from Red Hood should be the end of Swamp Thing. Yeah, okay, we can talk about Infinity War as long as you want. And to be honest, RPG Cyborg and Cedar for Nodes. Okay, okay, we'll talk about Infinity War in a second, and then we will go about these shards. I think that Infinity War has been one, if not the best movie so far. Obviously restricted to the Marvel DC canon. It's way better than every DC they gave us. Even Justice League, which I appreciated, is not. No, no, no. I won't spoiler. No, no, no. I hate spoilers. Um, it's one of the best movies that I ever seen. It's cohesive. It has so many way of keeping you in the, let's say, flow of the movie, and there's a difference with some similar movies where the I'm just ignoring the game at the moment, just playing on auto, where the let's say opponent, it's forgivable. Loki has been one of the best villain of Marvel's cinematic universe because you get to empathize with him. You get to like his purpose if you wanted. It's 10 years old, so I can say that you may have liked the, let's say, lesser brother, I want to be king thing. And you can, let's say, beside Tom Hiddleston being a great actor, like him, as is Thanos, he has a presence in the MCU since forever. If you watch the ended post-credit scenes in the whole cinematic universe, you have had a glint or glimpse of his presence beside the first one where there's the shield requirement. He has been present every moment. Uh, and that's why you always knew that he was around. Even in the Marvel Agents of Shield TV series, you had some hints of his presence, or they just talked about him, and that's why it's so a formidable opponent. And that's why I like the movie, and I won't spoil anything, so I won't get deeper in the let's say I don't know content of the movie. But the comic, which is let's say based on, it's 20 years old, so you probably know what happens or whatever the whole things about the Infinity Stones is. But it's a great movie. I think it's the best in the MCU up to now. The only one that I think is the best, it's better than this, it's Deadpool, because of a different reason. For or Logan, but there's, let's say, I will talk in a second. This Infinity War, you may need to know everything that happened up to now, because I brought my girlfriend that is not into MCU there, and she understood the Thanos reasoning, what did happen in the movie, but she didn't know why Vision was this way, who was this guy, who was the other guy, who was Stark, why he has these things in his chest, because she just watched the movies so sparingly that she may not follow everything. She didn't know about the Stark thing, but it's not the point. While on Deadpool, you have something that everyone can watch. There are some, let's say, winks from the director and the writers and Ryan Reynolds himself to the nerds that will appreciate, let's say, as you in the opening credits, you see the cup, the coffee cup with Rob L on it. And if you know who is Rob Liefeld, he is, I don't know if the pronunciation is that, he's the creator of Deadpool. So if you get that, you will smile at it. If you don't, that's not compromising your movie experience. While in here, if you don't know that they took 10 years to discover the gems and gather them up or protect them or whatever, what they do, what they don't do, you just get that this guy want those gems for a reason, and that's it. That's something that it's something that you need to have some, let's say, prerequisite. While Deadpool, it's just a standalone movie, and that's it. Yeah. No, I didn't play Marvel Future Fight. I'm playing, to be honest, I'm playing Marvel Strike Force. I didn't even unlock Thanos with my alliance. So I'm playing with Thanos in that game. But, I prefer DC canon. I just can't bear playing with the other guys. And I was saying Logan, the third Wolverine movie, is one of the contender for the best movie up to time because of the emotional impact of that movie. But that's a whole another thing. So going back to Brando question, I'm working on this big project that will probably end up being like, oh yes, you did this, thanks, yeah, thanks, and probably people won't even bother reading or watching the video. But I'm doing a long video about who to farm and who to bring to, let's say, legendary level. And as you asked about the character from the Alliance shop. The one that are available right now are these one. And the best one that you may end up using, are obviously DOJ, Defender of Justice Wonder Woman, which is one of the best character in the game, and just the common one. Every common one that you get from here is just good. It's easily farmable in PvE, I recon that, beside Flash that's just one node. But you will use Green Arrow in high-end PvP, like Cheetah and Harlequin Majester. Flash is a monster in PvE when he is allowed. And the two guys, you should have at least R4 Deadshot, because he was one of the character that you get from the start of the game, and his leadership ability allows you to crit on the first turn. That means that he can snowball with the likes of Cyborg, Cheetah, Flash, the usual. And the other one are, let's say, forgettable or in need of a rework, because Martial Manhunter is no longer available. So having those shards has no real any point for you. Aquaman, you can get him from the PvP board clear. So there's no point in farming him. Doctor Fate has one node. He did have a rework, but is so slow and so niche that you won't end up using him that much. At least up to now. It may change in next month, but I don't think so. And Banshee does have a similar role to his healing immunity appliance and such. DOJ, I can spend so many words on her. She's good. She's one of the guys that you want to L4, but she's not available. And the uncommon one are just forgettable beside Deadshot. So just farm the common one until you have Cheetah to L1. So Cheetah, again, every shards you get over the one that I suggest, it's always good. But Cheetah, you just want the L1 for her. She's just awesome at L1 with this 4 blood in the air. Sorry, this one blood in the air. Because she will give turn meter up to everyone. And the second one, you will get this one, which means that she won't miss against Harlequin Majester if she gets enraged or what. So L2, she's godly. The other one is just gravy. Flash is one guy. Arrow, let's go on Arrow. Arrow, it's workable at rank 5, so you don't even need the legendary level. But obviously, if you can have his L2 here, L1 here, and L2 here, he's one of the faster character in the game, and he will apply so many strengths down, because you will get 3 from here and 2 from here. That means that everyone in the game will just do no damage. Unless it's a special damage dealer like Etrigan or whatever. But if, let's say, the 90% of the good character up to now are normal damage dealer character, they won't do any damage. Power Girl will be shut down by him. And then L3, L4 is just gravy. This one is just more and more damage. This means that he will get invisibility way more, and this gets death immunity that allows him to damage longer and longer. And then is Harlequin Majester. We already talked about her. She's just the best character to take to gear 11. If she's the first one, you won't regret it. She will allow you to have some gear 10 behind her. She's a good tank with this evasion up and the ability to enrage your opponent, screwing up their first turn and whatever. And she does a lot of damage. There's not even something that we should talk about. And last but not least, Flash is a monster in PvE, because this ability will allow him to get 2 speeds up permanently. And this permanent speed up means that he will snowball as soon as possible, because you will just use this and attack. And this speed up you will get from his speed punch are not permanent, but will allow you to use this one. That means that he will start attacking more and more and more and more as soon as you rack up those 3 speeds up. And if you get him to L2 or L3, he will just attack like 10 times in a turn, because you may end up using your speed vortex, do some big damage on a guy, and he will end his turn, proc his speed punch, get some strengths up, then punch his red streak, then punch his proc his speed force vortex. I've seen this so many times, and it's just gross. So these are the one that you want to focus on the PvP, on the Alliance one. If you are in a top 100 Alliance, you will be able to stock up those points. As you may see, I have 72k, and I spent a lot in the past days just to farm Aquaman to L5, even if I never use him. So I'm wasting my points. But if you are not there, so just buy the 5 shards, let's say this one, the 5 one, because they are the best, let's say, ratio. And if you want to buy the 3 one, as the common are all good, just buy this one, which is 200 shards less. Airplane 609. I will do that in a second. And welcome to the stream. Hi, and there's and there's I will do that in a second. I'm trying to keep up on bot chats. So just buy the common one, and if you get some rare or uncommon one, it's just good enough. But you will get 200 essence every buy you will get, and that's worthwhile. Again, if you want to go into the arena pack, just buy the 350 shards, because it's the best one to buy. And again, here, hold the common one beside Lex Luthor are good. Lex Luthor is one good character for beginner, because his leadership activates at rank 4. But Huntress is gross, one of the best DPS in the game. Cyborg, you know, is a PvE beast, and Chemo can take up some content on his own if you gear him up. The uncommon, Green Arrow is good, and the other one are, let's say, meh, and the rare one are all good. Every one of them is good enough. Supergirl being the weakest one, and that's something that maybe you want to consider, but you know, if you spend 350 gems and you get 7 shards from a rare one, it's okay. It's just good. So let's go and see our friends here. So where is I thought that, I suppose that you were already on my board and that you airplane here. So let's revenge. Okay, this team is, let's say, I can go with this and destroy him because, you know, I will just use my own Etrigan to kill the greens, and as soon as Batman will probably stun and purge my Power Girl, and Al Jordan will stun my Power Girl anyway. Then I will start racking up those strengths up and leave Bane as last. It's okay, Espio, thank you. I will type on both chats if I can. Um, as I said, or I can go with a different team. I can go even with this one, which is the one that I was testing. But Andrew, if you want to, let's say, prove your defense, um, just choose 4 guys that you want me to use. Because maybe you want to test your defense against, let's say, uh, um, Redwood led team. So tell me 4 guys that you want me to tackle your own team, and I will go there just to allow you to run some benchmarks about your composition, and we can say if your team, let's say, can withstand a full green team or full blue team, or just don't tell me to go with my level 1 guys, please. So my gear 11 uh, are this one. You know your roster, so and that compo. Um, so these are my gear 11, as you may see here. Choose 4, and I will battle with them. And if the other want to, let's say, test something, just tell me, and I will I will test. As my good friend Michael says, we have this kind of meme here running around that's for science, and we always showcase this crazy alchemist when we do stuff like that. So let's go for science. Choose the team that is going to try and beat your own. Okay, I will use Doomsday. So if it's Doomsday that you want, I will go with the fun team I was using um, last week, and let's see if can work on you. It's this one. If it's okay for you, I will go with this. Perfect. Okay, let's go. Here, I suppose that you have the purge on both TDK and um, Hal Jordan, so I'm scary that you will stun my Doomsday and purge him. But I will probably end up being able to shut down or at least proc some of my stuff before you go there. So let's see what happens with my first turn. He is stunned, okay, and this shouldn't kill anyone. Okay, the issue here is just that Bane can snowball on me. So let's go and apply some pressure by removing the taunters. Now, Bane is going to destroy me soon enough. And I want to remove the overheal from Hedrigan because I don't want him to attack 10,000 times in a row. And here I don't have any kind of buffs, but Edrigan is overhealed. So I will use my 3 here just to try and bring Al Jordan down, and I will attack him. Because as soon as I remove Al Jordan from the equation, I should be fine. And here I would like to apply the taunt up because, you know, he will get stamina up and taunt up, and Edrigan shouldn't be able to one-shot him. Again, I want to remove the ability for Edrigan to attack twice. Yeah, Bane, sure, do your stuff. And this means that Alec, no, okay, this is all good. I thought that Ivy would have gone and beaten the dust here, but she didn't. So what I want to do here is to just try and kill Al Jordan. The taunt from Ivy will last 2 turns, so we should be okay in that spot. And this should kill him, because the bleeds will do a Swift Jod on the next turn. And here I want to, let's say, rack up more buffs. As you notice, the taunt is still up. So I want to rack up more buff by attacking simply my opponents. And here I can apply the stamina up on my taunter, and I will copy the buff on the rest of the team. So I hope that I will get stamina up on everyone. Yes, it's okay. And as it is right now, Doomsday is so tanky that Etrigan won't be able to one-shot him. And Hal Jordan is dead. And right now I want to start punching that Etrigan with my own. No, I have to taunt up here, I suppose. Yes. Yes, I have to taunt up. Because if I don't, Bane will be able to attack my Ivy. Sorry. And this double attack from Doomsday means that he is able to, let's say, withstand the damage that Adrian could have done to him. There's Espio on Twitch that is suggesting to apply permanent buff on the whole team, and Hybrid Assault Warsuit Lex move the damage immunity on the whole team. And here I have just the always hit point up and chance up that on everyone. So here I want to go with the Mega Punch on, let's devastate our Bane. Let's start punching Bane. And here I want to move the debuff. That's pointless. But the point is that I want to heal her. So, because if he attacks Constantine, he has the awareness up, so no fuss for me. While, yep, if he did attack my Ivy, she was just so low on health. And I suppose that I will be chaining up my damaging moves on Constantine on this TDK until Doomsday is able to probably do some damage on him. Apply the taunt. He may stun him, I don't care, as long as he doesn't kill my Ivy. And we should be able to kill him. Because he's overhealed, so this should proc twice. And he is done. And as I said, this team is so fun to play with because, you know, you have that monstrous Doomsday tanking for your whole team. Even though they purge him, stun him, or whatever, you have so many ways to apply the buff, the taunt on him. That's just good. And if they stun him, you could move the stun from him to another member of the opposing group with Ivy. The issue that I have with Ivy right now is that I want her at L5, but I want to spend more rings on her. Because this one, it's a good deal, can heal for a lot, but I want to save my rings for the other guys in Banshee and Grodd. And this is not even capped because it will apply crit immunity, it's okay. But, you know, I could have applied more stamina up on Doomsday when I taunt him. And I want this to speed up and the additional debuff moved. Yeah, well, you're welcome, Andrew. I will go on and play more with Doomsday today, just so you can see him. The issue with Doomsday is that he's pathetically slow, and it just ramps up if you have a chance to call assist for him. Let's say with Al Jordan, Aquamoa, or whoever, and it's someone that you need to set up And that's why I'm playing with both Red Robin that can speed up him or anyone else, and Ivy that can taunt up him for 2 turns. And if you get to call assist with him for 2 times when you taunt him with Constantine, he just gets so many buffs that you can Devastator on turn 1. And about Lex, the issue that I have with Lex is that he's level 10,000, but he's just gear 5. So as soon as someone AoE my team, he just dies. But you know that death immunity is something that you want to see. And I will show something here in a second, because I should be okay. About Banshee and Grodd. I'm a fan of Grodd from the CW series and the Flash comic. Not as much as I am for Doomsday or Superman or Constantine or whatever, but I like him. I'm going to level them both. Yeah, it was like this, Espio. It was like this long ago, and they have to patch it. And just a second, I will tell what Espio is taking. Grodd, I really like to get them to gear 9, and Banshee is already there. Killer Frost is already there because she's another one of the reworks. Grodd will be gear 9, and then I will go on upgrading them as much as I like them, their kit. And I really like the kit for Grodd because it seems to me that is a kind of counter to Hetrigan, which is right now one of the, let's say, greatest offender to the PvP part. But we will see in a couple of days, because I think that on Thursday we should have the first rework of this month, which is Killer Frost, already happened. We should have Okay pack, and then on the next week we will have the Grodd one. So I will buy the Grodd one and see from there. And Espio on Twitch just asked if I could imagine if we could have a chain of a call assist, where if you call assist, let's say with Al Jordan, and Aquaman gets called, can he call someone else? And it was like this during, I think that it was March or April of the last year, where you did have this team which was a nightmare to fight off, which was Al Jordan in, let's say, Spurs order. Her, where are you? Her, and I can't remember the fourth one, but every one of those has the ability to call assist for another one, and you had turns that would go on for minutes with them calling every one of the other, and on and on and on and on and on, and it was really aggravating, and they had to fix it so the passive won't trigger another passive, and thus you don't have the chance to call assist if you are called for an assist. And that's the reason the first edition, let's say, of Superman was not good enough. Hi, Darren. Welcome to the stream today. And there's the issue where Superman and the previous legendary leader was that he get to get strengths up when someone get a taunt on his team, and DOJ did get taunt with a passive, and it didn't work with him because of that, because passive doesn't trigger other passives. And there's the reason where people are saying that Etrigan is working as intended, because if you use this one, you shouldn't be able to attack twice. I don't get that point, because it's not a passive. It's just a single activated ability that called for Burning Hands, but it seems that he cannot attack twice after he's called by the AoE. I don't know why. We will see if it's a bug in the next month, or don't know. As of Banshee, I like her kit. It seems like she's some kind of Doctor Fate in, let's say, in high heels, because this will apply some special damage, and this one is special damage too, and apply 100% of the chance, the time, um, some healing immunity, and it will purge the immunity, which is exactly the same thing that he will do. He will purge 7 buff, special damage, and apply heal immunity. And this is special damage to an enemy and apply healing immunity, while she will do with his normal attack, 100% damage and bleed. So it's like something, let's say, comparable to each other. And I'm just wanting uh, to focus on her, but I will have her at gear 10 or 11 in the next days. I have stockpiled enough material for her to be gear 11. And as I said before, 8mil is going to have a stream after mine is gone. I think it's in the evening, a couple of hours or an hour after I'm done. And he told me that he's going to be heavy on Banshee testing. So if you want to have, let's say, an early assessment of her, as far as I know, he has Banshee at L4 already because he bought the gems. So it's geared, it's ringed, and he will do some tests. I will do some extensive testing in the next hour, or on the next day. Sorry, after, because I'm not a big whale. And I'm using the legendary quest each day to apply 10 pieces of gear on her. So until she's used in PvP, which is on Tuesday, I won't get her to gear 10 or 11. So that's it. I will be able to talk about, let's say, first-hand Banshee in the next days, probably on Wednesday or on Tuesday. But you will get, let's say, a snippet of it this evening if 8mil is going live, as he said me. And I asked him to give me the stream URL so I could post it in the chat. But he didn't. It's just getting into it, so he didn't know the exact one. I think it's just his channel plus live at the end, but he will probably spam on Reddit, on Discord, and whatever. As of the rest, yeah, that's it, I think. I'm really looking forward to play with her. But if she's let down, I will probably end up leveling to gear 11 someone else. Probably Aquamoa because I love him. I don't know why, I just like him. So we have this little team here, which is a shame because it's just a normal team with rank 5, rank 4 Black Canary. So as much as I want to go with some alliance point, I don't want to, let's say, slack here and be smashed by the miss and whatever. So I will go with the usual team. And if there weren't any evaders, I would have used the other team. But they evade. I don't want this to happen. So I want to buff up here because I have 3 enchants up and 3 enchants down, which, let's say, put it to neutral. But he has 3 evasion up, which means that I will probably miss with my luck. So let's buff up, and we'll probably wait for Steppenwolf to buff everyone here and kill him. So let's apply some damage here. It's okay. And my power girl is dead. Nope, I was lucky. He Swamp Thing usually kills my Power Girl in one full whip on turn 1. I don't know why. I just they all rest. Yes. So here I want to AoE here because I want them to lose the ability to have the awareness up. Let's proceed with some death here. We have what? Who's tanking? Oh, she's invisible. So let's kill Black Canary here. I wanted to kill Batgirl, but she was evading. I didn't know why I couldn't attack her, but then I noticed that she was invisible. Let's kill everyone. And Power Girl just bite the dust here, because, it's one thing. And I don't know if you guys prefer the YouTube or if it's the same for you if it's on Twitch. I will have a poll in the next day again to get the grasp on what the community wants. Because I want to, let's say, have one main way to stream, and I want to gather all my audience there. And I think that seems that Twitch has a more responsive chat, but it's I have friends in China which are not able to join Twitch or stream on Twitch. I don't know why, because of, I think, of the Great China Firewall, and that's one issue that I may have to overcome. And there's a point where Twitch, on the long run, won't allow you to get the content on both Twitch and YouTube. So I have to choose maybe leaving my let's say long videos on YouTube and having the streams on Twitch. We will see. So the plan is always the same. You buff up Doomsday that gets to attack twice because Etrigan was overhealed, and then you go from there. And as he will attack next turn, it's best if I just move the debuff from him to the opponent. So I will slow down my opposing team, and will just try and kill, because I don't have invisibility here to call assist. No, I will have. So let's call assist on Hedrigan, because you want to shut him down. And the strengths up that I moved allowed Ivy to one-shot Hedrigan. And here you can go and AoE the whole bunch. They are Gyoten, and this will kill him. Yeah, and to be honest, I'm thinking to, let's say, mainstream one of them, because Twitch seems better at or let's say easier. Yeah, Ivy she has the strengths up from Doomsday. So when you have her with 3 or more strengths up, she does a lot of damage. um, I was saying, Twitch has a better, let's say, monetization value. I'm not still monetizing anything, but if I have had the chance, I think it's easier to get, let's say, demonetization on Twitch than on YouTube. On YouTube, due to the recent event, you have to have like 4K hours of views and 1,000 subscriber, which is way far from where I'm right now, which is 130. While on Twitch, it's easier to get there and to have, let's say, consider the bots and whatever. So Harlequin Majester, I'm a big coward guy, thus going with Steppenwolf. And yep. When I see one Harlequin Majester on the other side, I always go with my Steppenwolf, because I can miss. It's okay if I miss. I just don't want that stupid enrage at the start of the battle. I want to be able to play my game and not be forced by an opponent. Here I am a bit shy because, you know, if I miss, I end up dying. If I buff up, I end up dying. So let's hope that I can buff up and heal on their turn. Yes, they went okay because the healing and the death immunity allowed me to rack up some health back. That means that here Harlequin Majestus is going to bite the dust, and next one is going for Hal Jordan. And that's what Steppenwolf does best. He just provides your continuously critting guys with more turn meter up, and then it's just a bloodbath with Hetrigan with 2000 intelligence up and those crit chance up to slaughter everyone here. So we don't want to lose anyone because it was an easy fight. So let's taunt up with Superman, and yep, that's it. Let me check the Discord chat. Okay, so it's nothing. Okay. Okay. So many chat to check at the same time. Sorry. Um, let's buy some energy, even though we are closing to the end of the stream, but it's okay. And here, from the Alliance store, you always want to buy those energy. We may it be PvP or PvE one. Nope, I don't want this one. Because it will help you running your daily stuff, which is daily quest or whatever. So here, I know that's not the best team to go because it will get purged, so I won't go there. But I want to showcase this one. And this one, it's one team that I am really waiting for use Shioban here because, hi CR, and you are late for one more thing. I want your board clear screenshot because I need those for my experiment. So send some of those, please. The experiment will end in a couple of days. I've written you on Reddit, on Discord. Please check our private chats. And there are many guys in there, even Hate or other your guildies. So here, as I said, POT, and if I go with this team, which is again one of my favorite lately. No, it's not for growth. It's just to showcase some. I will give you an hint about it here. So bear with me, guys. This is what I'm working on in the latest days. I've asked some friends on Discord, which are Daniel from my alliance, Michael from my alliance, BGBet, Right Wing from LOD, Neutron Star, which is a guy in top 100 when he wants and he's tanking right now, 8mail, and this lacker called CR to provide me with board clear screenshots so I can check how much is frequent for us to get this 3669 or 18 or the miracle one 1320. And as you may see from all this week of testing, only Daniel is the one getting the higher one here, as you can see. The other one that have a higher number of gear 11, let's say Michael, BGBet, Reitling, or me, are getting just a couple of them, okay? So, as you may see, this column will mark up how many gear 11 you have. This one will mark up the gear 10, and this is the, let's say, less than 1000 power that you have. And I wanted to showcase the issue with the current PvP because it it's okay. Let's go back to the stream. It just let's say hinder your ability to get a better and funnier experience. SPO, if you want to send me your board clears, please do it. And if you do that, send me your rank too. So let's say I'm rank 100 and this is my clear board, fresh board. This is one, so I will see the trophies and whatever. I asked on the chat because I want to, let's say, put a relationship between your roster and the points that you get. I don't want to whine, but if I am, I think that I am capped on my. I will talk while playing. We players want to give money in, let's say, in gems or real life money to Warner Bros. Right? But we are penalized by doing that because if we spend our money on let's say gearing up, buying gems to gear up more gear 11, we will get uglier and uglier boards. So you get to a point where you say, guys, thank you, but I'm not giving you any more money. Because if I give you more money, I will only end up hindering myself. I will have to spend more and more just to get into top 100, where these shards you will get. It's the interesting part where you get shards, and thus people like me or let's say Michael or whatever are just not upgrading our tunes here because we don't want to have to spend, let's say, 3k gems to get to top 100 when they showed us that in the Blitz event you can fight if you are gear 10 or gear 11 and you know what you are going against. If you are gear 10 guys or gear 8, I have a good friend of mine, a real life friend of mine that is in gear 8 and he always get into top 5000. So he will get here where All-Star 1 in gear 8. And I think there are many of you or guys on Discord and on Reddit that struggle to be there. Okay, so he's not spending his currencies because he's able to get the same reward as you do by spending your gems or whatever. And that's something that should happen if it's done properly, because if there is a league, then it's done properly. But if it's just randomly assigning him 814 or 1320 points while I only get 36, then there's something that is not working at the core of the system. And I've talked with the guys on Reddit. On Reddit, I did have a long post describing it, but the real issue was that there are so many inconsistencies here because if it's based on the, let's say, overall roster power, something shouldn't happen. If it's based on your last fight, let's say I cleared this board with a gear 1 guys. I did this. I left my low power team for the last. I left the 3 low power for last, and I cleared it with just Hetrigan. So it was like a 7k team. And I clear my remaining board, and my subsequent board was just the same. So if it's based on your team, that's not what is happening. If it's based on the whole roster, I had the experience where I was fighting 8-mil with my team, Superman, Power Girl, Etrigan, and one thing, and it was an 6-9 for me, okay? He was fighting me back on his stream, and I was an 8-14 for him. which is something that shouldn't happen because he has the whole roster at 70, if not gear 11. And so it should be easier for him to beat me. I should have been at 3-6 for him. So I still don't understand how it's based, and I want to have some evidence to showcase this to Warner Bros. They may end up ignoring me or whatever. I don't think they will do because they are nice guys. But at the end, you want to know how thing works, and which is something that I always do in my life. I want to know how stuff works, and that's the reason I'm doing this thing. So this thing is ugly because I won't be able to one-shot them with the agility up from Clayface. So my reasoning here is that I want to rack up some buff by trying and kill in 2 turns that Mirror Master. The first turn will be this one where I should bring him down enough, and the second one will be the next one because True Sight will retain 2 turns. And obviously she did miss, but I don't know why I didn't proc my retaliation here. It's 100% and still I've missed. So let's apply some debuff that do nothing. I just want to apply some damage on them. This will do nothing because they are damage immune, but buff immune. And right now I should be able to kill that Mirror Master, and I'm out of luck. So let's try it again. Okay. So my Adrian will be buffed. None of them is invisible, so this means that Clayface will be low enough for me to kill him. Yes, and if right now I will be able to apply some healing immunity on him, the bleed should kill him as soon as I attack him. And here I want to remove the overhealing from Hetrigan. And let's remove the intelligence up. And this AoE from my own Hetrigan should kill Clayface, proc the auto attack from my Hetrigan, and remove their turn meter up, which means that I will kill everyone else on the next turn. Okay, that was the invisible. Yeah, that's I get. I don't know. What's your in-game? I kill Bambi. Do you have Discord? Because I wanted to get in touch with you because you are always into, let's say, top 35 or whatever. And I wanted you to be part of this experiment, but I didn't know how to get in touch with you. So if you give me your handle on Discord or on Reddit, I will poke you in the next days. But I agree, he should only get +3. And that's not something that you want to happen because he will say, oh, why I should keep spending money on this game that I love this game, if I get penalized by doing that. So I'm in top 100 in the, let's say, second half of the top 100, and why I'm getting this guy here with 90k team, this one with 25, and I only get low point fights. There's no even fun. Why I get this guy, which has 2,000 trophies? He's not even in gear 11 because it's just not even 60. He's in gear 10. Okay? No, it's just the invisibility Winglight. She didn't retaliate because she was invisible because of Clayface. These guys here, I won't go there and say he is an hacker. But he has 2,000 trophies, and he appears on my board. Yeah, it's okay. It's a PvP Alliance day. It's okay. But, the issue here is that he still is in a 12 key power team, and he is 500 trophies below me. I'd like to get fights for 6-9 and fight with Lobo. Sheriff Lobo is one that I'm always happy to face on my boards because it's sometimes 6-9 for me. That's something that I want to see. Yes, the point is that he probably gets that much points buying using some things, let's say auto win on Android or something. And to be honest, I'm scared about Lobo. He had no, this team I'm not scared at all. But you know, oh, what do we have here? Gaggy. Okay, so let's start with him. Oh, sure. Get your L5 POT. Do you want to have some other L5? So, you know, when I see those kind of teams, I'm bored because all those blues will just destroy my greens. So, let's answer him. I suppose they are all Haiti, right? You big fat whale. No, just 11, 7. Okay. Uh, let's go. Yeah, I agree with that. But you know, I hate POT because she ends up using the random attack in the perfect spot, removing the ability to buff up on Superman or turn 1, purging the Power Girl, and then Swamp Thing kills her. But again, here, I think that the key to beat him. Wait a moment. Do you want me to test something here? You want to test, let's say, your defense against something? No, I won't go. I think that I can end up losing. Do you want me to test something? I will, as I did before. You know, my gear 11 are those here. You can see them. If you want, let's say, please test it against Clayface, Red Robin. Okay. By the way, I hate Clayface, Red Robin, or whatever team. I just despise them. So let's go with something unusual here, like this. Why this is unusual? Because you know, beside the taunt that will be stripped by POT, because I know it will, I don't have any good ways to counter them. And as you can see, she did get stripped. Turn 1, yeah, sure. And she doesn't even have the immunity. So I can get the it chance up here. But, you know, that's energy at its best. I was saying, I was expecting this to happen. That's why I brought my Swamp Thing here, because I will probably end up needing to rest up my guys. So let's apply the Enrage. And okay, so here I have a bunch of hit chance up and crit chance up. I should be able to do as much damage as possible on this Harlequin Magister, eventually killing her with the subsequent attack. Yep. And this means that I will be able to bring down one of them too. Yep. And POT, there's nice interaction between POT and Swamp Thing. POT is applying, as you can see, the debuff immunity on Swamp Thing. That means that if it dies, you won't be able to rest up, you won't be able to apply the healing immunity on him. So as I can't apply the healing immunity on him, he will for sure rest up someone here. And the only way I can apply the healing immunity is why my own one thing that's let's say in a bad position here. And I made sure that I applied the healing immunity on Harlequin Magister because I didn't want her to be able to rest up. And right now I will go on the most scary one, which is um, Fate, because he can apply the random attack on every turn. And right now I can go for the attack here just to be able to remove the awareness, or I could taunt up. And the taunt up will prevent them from killing my Swan Thing. And this should clear the board because he will remove the awareness on the turn one and then will kill one of them. And he will kill both because of Swan Thing. Nope, Swan Thing did kill the supposed target for Etrigan subsequent attack, and thus he didn't even use that. And that's it. Slaughtered in real time. Thank you for the game. But as I said, I'm always scared about higher legendary level POT because she will never miss her first purge on Harlequin Magister, and that's something that messes you up. So another interesting fight that scares me is Lobo. Lobo is playing his Constantine a lot. It's okay. I will go again on Silver Bench. She seems to me like, let's say, different Dr. Fate. Dr. Fate has a move that purges buff from a target and apply heals immunity doing some special damage. And as this Twist of Fate that does special damage to the guys at the start of their turn if they have immunity. Okay? So, and the first one is special damage and applies some more damage if they have any kind of immunity. And he's applying healing immunity as a surplus one. And Shioban here has the same kind of kit. This one will do special damage and apply healing immunity, 100% of the chance if you go through the whole thing, and she will purge some kind of buff. Fate will purge 7, she will purge all the immunities. One is better than the other, it's, let's say, debatable. The first one is special damage, applies something. It was healing immunity from Fate, and there's bleed here, and does additional damage if the target has any kind of immunity. And this this third is the equivalent of the one from the random attack from Fate, because she will use that whale if someone purges something on opponent. Yeah, I'm going to gear her up to gear 9 tomorrow, I think, and then go on and on to gear 10 and gear 11. The only thing that's, let's say, keeping me contained, okay, it's that I don't want her to be another Killer Croc. I don't know why you like him so much, but he did screw me up so many times in these days that I don't want to see him again at all. The other day I was talking about before. I was with a funny thing that I was trying to test, and that had him, Hatrigan, and 2 other guys. And on the opposing team, there were anarchists that did attack on one of my guys, which was my damage immune Killer Croc. He did get he was that immune, and he did get the taunt up. No, it was the time with the damage. No, he did attack Killer Croc. He did kill it, and it was that immune. He got the taunt up, and he got the shield up right after. And every one of my other guys had to attack him before Etrigan could go. So he ended up slaughtering them all, and I ended up clearing his board with just Adrian because that stupid Killer Croc was the one giving him the taunt. I was forced to attack him. So sometimes there was Winglight that said that in his opinion, Killer Croc ends up trolling for your team, and he's so right about that. And about she being a Superman villain, I'm hyped for that. I don't know if I told that before. I like the version of Shioban. She was available into the Supergirl CW series. She was nice. What I don't like about her is that I would have preferred someone else. If you have to choose a bad guy from Superman, I would have loved Metallo. I would have loved Zod. I would have loved so many other guys. And I'm hoping that they are saving Zod, and I was hoping that they were saving Grodd for the raids, because Grodd, Zod, Chemo, and Darkseid are all, let's say, um, threat to the whole Justice League, the whole universe. So, you know, I hope that the Anti-Monitor will probably end up uh, being one of the Ride's enemy, but I hope that we'll see the Ride soon enough. And let's go against Lobo. Here, what I want to do is to kill Constantine as soon as possible. And thus, this team should do something, because I will be able to apply some bleeds. But the issue is that if I go with Zod and Winglight, when I was playing today, I noticed that Grodd has the exact same line of Zod. Kneel before Grodd, you tiny humans. If you do his challenge, the Banshee one. So I expected, this is not Zod, but you gave something of him. So I was saying, this team is scary because, Constantine can snowball so hard. And it's nice to see some Terra action. And, I said, I'm scared. I usually end up, he use strength teams. I don't know why he's using this one. Strength teams, and I appreciate that someone is using something, let's say, unconventional. But when I see Constantine at L4 or more, I'm just scared. And Espio, I'm reading the Discord chat. So if you can, let's say, provide me with the roster, or if you have it, if you are in top 100, I will get that after I end the stream. If you are not in top 100, let's provide me the screenshot for the roster just once, and I will go from there. So as I said, Terra is scary because she applies so much damage, but the thing is that her damage is an AoE that has a chance to proc on my other guys, which is good enough for me to go. And from here, the scary thing is that, as you may have noticed, Clayface just stole the damage immunity from Superman. So my only course of action here is to kill the other guys, remove as much as I can from their kits, and then go from there. Give me a second because I've been poked by hate mail. You stream on YouTube or... And here I want to try and kill as many of them as possible, but I think the best one to kill is Terra, if I can, because she will start healing and buffing and doing stuff. YouTube, and here I can just, I should have removed the damage immunity. No, still have that. So let's kill this red dude. And here I want to apply some damage on Constantine because he will remove the awareness stack. And yeah, again, I'm sorted with this damage immunity on Superman. So let's try and kill Clayface. You can't kill him 100% because there's Constantine, which is invisible. But I did want to be able to use the, let's say, through in 13, I think. YouTube should be something like NPS. As I said, I was going to remove the, let's say, immunity from his cheat death mechanism with the Superman through heat vision. But I was enraged and ended up just killing him in retaliation. So that's good enough. And here I missed my second attack from Etrigan, which should have killed Constantine. But that's it. It should be dead as soon as I get my turn. And he is. So 8mel is going to start his stream as I end up. So I will is giving me his YouTube link of the. I will post it to the chat, and I will end it as soon as I clear my PvP energy. So let's go on and see what happens. Espio, let's check if you're. Yeah, that's good for the boards. Yeah, the rank. Yeah, that's good enough. It's fine for me, Espio. Thank you. Thank you very much. It's all I wanted to know. Just from now on, just give me the boards and and the rank. You don't need to screenshot the rank. Just let me know that you are rank, let's say 100, and these are the board clears. Let's go back to the stream. You're welcome. Thank you. Let's clear those interesting fights. Hyperdog is interesting to a point because it's a court of all guy. I respect all of them. I even had that boy which was stealing my Superman shards during the siege, but I respect them all. They are a nice and cool alliance. It's said that they are not, every one of them is not on Discord, because I think that Discord is way better than Reddit to chat and talk about the game. And here you want to be able to, let's say, test your luck with a stun, and after that you want to, you want to be able to kill Clayface after you apply the healing immunity. So I will buff up my Etrigan, taunt up with the other guys, and my Swamp Thing will apply the healing immunity here, putting Etrigan, Clayface in a point where he cannot harm me that much. Yeah, it's good. And let's go on Etrigan here. So that's the plan. Apply healing immunity on him, and then Etrigan should be able to kill him. And that's it. That's how you tackle with this stupid Clayface, hiding the other friends. And Superman is tanking for everyone. You keep him tanking. And we can even go on Bane here because I have enough strengths up that I can nullify those agilities up. And I want to apply the healing immunity from Superman on Swamp Thing before I kill him with Etrigan. So that's where I will go next. So you apply healing immunity here. You have a point that I could have, let's say, applied it on Bane to avoid him buffing up. But I think it's better if you prevent them from going forward with their plan instead of just killing stupid Bane that does nothing if you have Superman and Power Girl taunting and taunting. So let's just do some Hetrigan show here. And here's that. It's live. Yeah, it didn't give me the yeah, okay, it just gave me the, and I will check it. Give me a second, so I will check 8 mil stream, YouTube. And dashboard. Give me 1 second. It's strange that I don't even have completed my my stream, and I'm already advertising for some other friend uh, live stream. So okay, he is live. That's the stream. I will post both on Discord and on YouTube. Just don't leave me right now, please. Yeah, this is the one. You can click it after. Hi, Luis. This is the channel. The channel is this one. I won't stream after this. I won't stream. I will stream on next Sunday if I'm in Rome. Don't worry. If you want to go to 8 mil, just go. He will test for Shioben, and I agree. I will just go with my last fight here, and this one. So this is the one that I wanted to play before, and this is it. Okay, so let's try and bleed them. The point is that I want to kill. I want to kill one thing first, and to do that, I will apply some bleeds and healing immunity on him with Redwood, hopefully. Nope. So let's just try and buff up. Yeah, I'm Gurthor on Reddit. So let's try again. I said, after this one, you are free to go to hate mail. If you go before, I will come and kill you. Let me find the meme from Taken. Oh, stupid damage immunity means that I won't do anything here. The only thing that I can do is apply deep bleeds on him. Luckily for me, my Hedrigan did have already killed someone, so this AoE should do something. Yeah, it's enough for me, and the AoE from Molecule Majester should kill the rest of them. So this should kill them. I don't care about Shazam Taunt. And this will kill Pioti before she goes nuts and purge my Aliquin. After this turn of Shazam taunting, we should be okay. Yeah, sure. Do your turn. Do your stuff. And that's it. I should be able to kill him sooner or later. Oh, so many stamina up. I didn't even check those. But he will die because of healing and bleeds. So bye bye, Shazam. Okay. So this will be the, I think, end of my stream. Next time we will try and phase ourselves better, so you can move from one stream to the other flawlessly without overlapping. And thank you for staying. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope the double experience on both Twitch and YouTube was flawless. Have fun with 8 Mail stream. See you later. It's probably in the next week, because if I remember correct, it's Grod reward week, so I will stream on some evening and probably on Sunday. Thank you. Have a good evening, night, or start of the day, whatever it is. Bye bye.